Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Walker. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, topics, tier lists, rankings, random thoughts, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. But yeah, PayPal, CashApp, links are down below. And to repeat, I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. Na 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 na. No, it's not in this movie. It should have been. I'll always know what you did last summer. The technically third one. And the one that has nothing, well, it kind of has something to do with the other two. And the one that the new one ignored. Let me recap with this franchise, man. And I got the thing over here. Now, the first movie, I liked it for what it is. It's not great. It's not fantastic. I could watch it and I liked it. Second one, I don't necessarily call it a good movie. Is there stuff I can kind of watch and kind of have fun with? Sure. I think the kills come off as a little bit more grisly compared with the first one. I think Freddie Prinze Jr., although he has more limited screen time, I think he does a better job acting. I don't mind. Jeffrey Combs is fun. Jack Black gets killed, which is funny. I posted that review and someone's like, "This is his best role." But it's still not a good movie. I mean, for the reasons I said in that review, it's still up on the channel. Again, I don't think it's a good movie. I would still rather watch it than the new one or this one. But, good movie? No. The only movie I could say is decent is the first. But the second, it's not one of the worst films I've seen. Far from it. I don't think it's that great, though. The new one thing I did not even realize, but a friend of mine, stuntman Mark, brought this up, and I went, oh shit. Because the new I Know We Did Last Summer, I talked about how it was boring, it was lame, shitty, one-dimensional characters. What they did for Freddie Prinze Jr. was really fucking lame if you liked those early ones. It didn't make a lick of sense. The plot barely made sense. The dream scene with Sarah Michelle Gellar where they used de-aging and she became like a digital fucking skull because she's decomposing was stupid and laughable. There's a lot of issues. That review is up on the channel. One thing I forgot to mention, because I didn't even notice, it wasn't that I forgot. Okay, 9 people die in that film. 8 of them were guys. And I'm like, that's from a female director. She might have helped write the film too. And I'm like, interesting. 9 people die and 8 of them are guys. I didn't fucking realize that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of interesting, huh? Wonder if there's something about that. So, there you go. My mind was not on that track record. I was reviewing just the film. But it does seem, I wonder if this is some kind of statement. I wonder. It's just saying. Anyway. This film, I know I'm 4 minutes in this film. I don't even know why this film was made. Because was the first film... It might have done okay based on the budget, but it wasn't this blockbuster movie. It's not even a film people were waiting with bated breath, because the second film came out in 1998. This was 2006. 8 fucking years later. Why they thought 8 8 years later, let's do a direct. I guess they thought at one point this is going to go to theaters. I'm like, no. Of course, direct to video. But like 8 years, let's just do a third one. I guess they felt, hey, maybe the name will sell a bunch of stuff on DVD, video, where the hell this was on. They thought this was going to sell some because of the title. Because no matter how loosely it is, I mean, why else did they have so many goddamn, I don't know why I sound really south there, so many goddamn Children of the Corn, Amityville Horror, like all these other fucking movies. Why are there so many goddamn Hellraiser films? I don't know why I keep wanting to say gal. Oh my god. Goddamn. Apparently, Joe Chappelle Show. No, Joe Chappelle, who did Halloween 6 and Phantoms, he was making this film. Well, he was gonna, and he got fired. So Sylvain White, the guy who'd gone to direct The Losers, which I didn't realize, like, really? I liked The Losers from 2010. Jeffrey DeMunn was in it. I think Zoe Saldana, Chris Evans. I think that's a fun movie. They had The Losers. Before that, he directed this movie. And apparently he was hired last minute. He only had, 2 weeks to prep and do other stuff. So he didn't really have much time to get ready to make the film. I guess, hey, it's a job. But you should have just passed, man. You should have just passed on this job. The way this film is shot and edited is fucking awful, because the way... Do you remember the first Saw film, especially? Some of the sequels did it too, but especially the first one, where it has some of that very editing and the white flashes. And they put that editing into this. Whether it was influenced by Saw or some other movies, that's some of the styled editing in this. Especially the opening. The opening, be aware of epileptic fucking seizures. Like it was a fucked up episode of CSI. And I like, CSI Miami, I saw more of. But it's like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to have a fucking seizure any minute. And we have this carnival in Colorado. And these 5 people play this prank where there's shakiness and white flashes, and the prank is such a what the fuckness that I'm like, I don't give a fuck what happens to any of these people. You get what you deserve. So the prank is, some guy comes out in a fisherman outfit and hook, which is weird to do because in the first movie, wasn't that like, was it North England? Like, not anywhere near here, but I guess they know the legend somehow. And okay, playing a prank here, like, does that make sense? And then people are scared, people are frightened. This guy's going around with a fucking hook. Cops are going to get ready to come out with fucking guns. I mean, this is like one of those pranks that will end in bloodshed unintentionally. And it's like, what the fuck are you people doing? Like, I don't have any fucking sympathy to what happens to you afterward. Because some innocent person could get hurt easily or worse. So the 5 is our lead, Amber, who is Brooke Nevin, and I recognize her because she was in this thing I reviewed recently, Animorphs, based on the book. And at this point, I know I have more to review, but at this point I reviewed the first 3 episodes. And she played the character Rachel on that. So yeah, one of the stars of Animorphs that I just fucking saw not too long ago, and I didn't like, she's the star of this, Brooke Nevin. So there's Amber, the lead. There's Zoe, a lady who's a musician. So Amber, Zoe. There's Roger. There's this guy named PJ. And there's a guy named Colby. So the girls and stuff are freaking out. They're running around, and people are just panicking. Something absolutely wrong could have happened a dozen times. This is such a dumb fucking prank. Because they're running through the fucking carnival, and this guy's waving this fucking weapon around. So I guess part of the prank is PJ goes up these stairs while the killer is chasing him. He goes off a building with his fucking skateboard, and this silly shot where he does like an ollie, and it looks like he's gliding like this, as if they put a fucking, maybe he did it for real, but it almost looked like they put a wire on him. Yeah, maybe he did it for real. It's like sliding like this across from one building to another, or at least to somewhere. So the two girls and one guy meet up. The other guy pulls off the costume. It was a prank, bro. Just a prank, bro. And the four realize that the fifth guy, PJ, he landed and got impaled. Apparently, someone moved the mattresses, and they go, well, that was PJ's, that's what he was supposed to do. Oh, you don't blame him. Oh, calm down. So, PJ got impaled. The four of them decide to keep this secret, and secret dies with us. For some reason, the guy Colby, he has the hood, and he gives this big fucking cut. I swear he cuts like, why? I don't know. If it's a blood pat, nobody else cuts themselves. And you do it maybe like your palm or a finger or something. No, he just takes his arm and just, why? Why do it in the first place? Oh, it's our way of keeping it secret. Nobody else fucking did it and cut themselves. Plus, you do like this long. Man, how fucking long? Why don't you just do the whole fucking arm then? But you just cut your fucking arm. How about you do the Terminator 2? Need you to listen to me very closely. For some reason, he just gives this long ass cut for some fucking reason. Maybe that's his fetish. And let's use it to hook on your balls or up your fucking sphincter and spread it open so you stick your head in. And when you fart, you can flush your head out. So the four of them keep a secret. I don't give a fuck because none of these people I have sympathy for. And they're very, like, the acting is subpar. Wannabe CW shit. Wannabe WB, not even WB, wannabe CW shit. Sometimes the look of the film seems like they sometimes want to mute the colors, and they want to have the film look like that at times. It's a year later. Colby didn't get his internship, so it didn't work out, so he's back here. Amber comes in to just talk with people. Zoe's a musician with her band. Randy's off fixing car, whatever the fuck he's doing. And then one night, Amber gets 50 text messages all saying, I know what you did last summer. She talks to Zoe. They talk to other people. They're wondering, did anyone say anything? Did anyone let out the secret? At one point, Amber's on a ski lift, and there's the killer on the ski lift trying to get her, but then the killer disappears. You may be wondering how off a ski lift. Well, gives you a note as to what kind of killer we have here. Of the four, the first to die is Roger, who is killed. His throat gets sliced. And very easily they think he did it himself. Like, I know a note is left, but they know, like, there's this weird stuff going on and the other shit going on. And you're not thinking like, I mean, anyway, they think he ended his own life. Colby, Zoe, and Amber, they go back and they find this kind of mess and these messages written saying, no, something else, there's more going on. Amber talks to Lance, PJ's cousin, and apparently him and Amber used to be a theme back in the day, and that's when love blooms again for those two. Colby is swimming in a pool. The killer's there. He tries to swim away. His foot gets caught a little bit by the hook, and then the killer disappears. Those three and Lance decide to leave, get the fuck out of town, but Zoe's like, no, I need to stay because, you know, there's a festival going on and my band is going to be playing and this could be our big break. I'm sitting there going, yeah, a big break on your face when the killer smashes your head against the fucking tile of the back of the barroom wall. That's going to be your break. Your arms, your legs, and your ass. Don't break your ass. Break my foot in your ass. So Zoe's stupid and decides to stay. And then there are times where like she'll be by herself. She'll be in the back sitting on a chair by herself. Just God forbid, there ain't no fucking killers around here, I guess. Although, to be honest, by this point, we're like halfway through the film, and I guess only technically 2 people. I mean, granted, hell, the first I know we did last summer didn't have a big body count, but so far we've had like 2 people. The guy at the beginning who was impaled and this. I mean, Roger. Do you want to say Randy? Roger. Decent throat slit was practical. Give credit that it's practical. She does the thing with the band. Her, Colby, and Amber, or no, not Colby, Lance. They're back in like the dressing room area. The killer appears, and the 3 of them run. Now, when the 3 of them run, they're together. But so for some fucking reason, Zoe, like they're running together, and the 2 of them are trying to get to the front doors. It's locked. For some reason, Zoe goes by herself up the fucking stairs, up over here, up. For no reason, she split up. She split for no fucking reason. So thus she's alone, and the killer kills her, and you don't really see a whole lot of that kill. And then pretty quickly after, we start up in the body count. Almost immediately after, there's the sheriff. What the hell's going on? He gets hooked and pulled back. The guy Colby, who's on crutches because what happened to his foot in the pool, he's wondering what's going on. A hook comes in, hits his mouth, pulled through the window, and the others find him dead. Amber and Lance are left. They go outside. They find the deputy. For like 10 seconds, he's like a suspect, but then they see the killer behind. The guy tries to shoot with a shotgun. I don't know why he's not aiming for the head, but whatever. Gets stabbed with the hook and impaled on a forklift. Granted, I would say one of the better deaths in the movie. It's not worth watching the movie for, though, but it's one of the better deaths in the movie. You know, done practically. I can appreciate that. And then you come to find out. This is when I realized I did see this film long ago. I'm guessing when I worked at the video store. Because you worked at a video store and you rent movies for free. It's like, okay, it's the weekend. I don't have to be back to work on Monday. I'll rent these movies and, you know, I'll bring them back, you know, Sunday and get them in and whatever. Or just bring them back when I go to work Monday. The killer is fucking Ben Willis. the dead guy from the first two movies. Why did Ben Willis become a spirit? I guess if you mention or if you play a prank or if you do something to the note I know we did last summer, somehow, some way, Ben Willis is now a ghost demon thing. And this is the undead spirit of Ben Willis. That's your big connection with the first two. And it's played by Don Shanks, the guy who played Michael Myers in Halloween 5. And they quickly realize that the hood hurts him, so his hook hurts him. They try to fight him. The girl tries to start this thresher. One thing leads to another. The killer tries to get the guy, Lance. She hits the killer in the head with a hook. And then Secret dies tonight. Or whatever the fuck she said for her stupid fucking dumbass fucking last line. Pushes him. He goes to the thresher. Everything seems to be fine. Don Shanks is actually in the movie twice. He's the killer, and then he's the cop talking with the two in the ambulance. Or, I think he's a cop. He sounded like a cop, like a detective. Then it cuts to sometime later. She's in the desert, on her way to see Lance. Her truck dies. She looks around, and Ben Willis is behind her. It cuts away. You hear her scream. So I guess she died? Or I don't know if it's meant to be a nightmare scene, just like the ending of I Still Know What We Did Last Summer was a nightmare scene. I think the first film ended that way too, I think. Okay, bear with me, I gotta look that up. I'll look up the wiki, because I think it'll... I gotta look real quick. Yeah, she enters the shower. Julie notices the word I still know written on the steam on the shower door right before Darth Vader crashes through it, so... Okay, so they're doing the same gotcha in the first two movies. So that one was in a mirror. The second one was... The kill was under the bed and dragged her under the bed. And this one, I guess their thought is if this is successful, we'll do another one, maybe bring her back, and it was a dream, a nightmare, or whatever. So yeah, trying to hook it, I didn't even do that on purpose. Get it hooked in, trying to hook in viewers with, oh, it is the killer from the first two movies, and he's an undead spirit thing. That very quickly they realize, oh yeah, you gotta hit it with his own hook and all this stuff, and like, you really have nothing's explained. You just have to go with it or you don't, and I'm not gonna go with it because I don't care to. I have no reason to go for it, go with it, go to it. I would only go under it because it'd be fucking buried and I'll walk across it after I pissed on it. This movie fucking blows. Dare I don't say which is worse, this or the new one. Okay, the new one is more pissy because it fucks up the narrative of the earlier films, if you care about that. Like I said, I don't mind the first one. So what they do with the story, the characters in the first movie, I thought was really shitty and lame. Technically, this is the worst film. But that new one sucks as well. But this one, it just... trying desperately to make some money. It obviously didn't work because they didn't have any other fucking movies up until the new one. I mean, I guess technically the body count is, if you count the guy at the beginning, and Roger, Zoe, Colby, Deputy. It is technically 6 people. Because the last 4 like are killed almost in one right after the other. I swear within 10 minutes, the other 4 people die within 10 minutes. But yeah, the characters are one-dimensional. The acting, like I said, is subpar. The music is stock music that you swear you've heard before. The editing is that awful I don't know if you want to call it MTV Flash, like what they did to this, like I said, the first Saw or CSI, white flashes, cuts, and it's more at the beginning, but once in a while they try to ease up on it as the movie goes on, but they do a lot of that at the beginning of the film. It kind of dwindles as it goes on, to be fair. The kill scenes, like I said, I'll give it to, the forklift, impaling someone on a forklift. Okay, it ain't that bad, but like I said, there's dozens and dozens of slashers you do find that you like more that has decent kills. The story, I mean, I guess you could say it's an undead killer, so they try to do something different. But it just so comes out of fucking nowhere that you're more like confused. Like they thought, oh my god, I'm more like, what? I think more people would be like that. They're watching, go, wait, that's who? Wait, that's the guy from the first 2, but he's now the dead guy? What? I think more people would be more confused than, oh, they'd be like, huh? The fuck? I didn't give a shit about the characters. I didn't care for how it looked. This was a dog shit movie. Boring for a good chunk of it. Not much for any sense of humor. There's nothing witty or clever about the film, at least to me. The direction, I wasn't a fan of. I thought this guy did a lot better with The Losers. And then maybe because the last minute changing of the guard of directors, they probably didn't help. It's funny they mentioned Joe Chappelle. The flashes do kind of remind me of some of those stuff in Halloween 6. Some of those like flashes that you would see in that. So, that's funny. But yeah. Take that for you will. Big surprise. I know he did last summer. 3 fucking sucks. I'm as in shock as you are. And I'm allergic to this bullshit. Well. I don't know if I have a review of the first one up, but I have the reviews of the others up, so there you go. Like I said, I don't know if... I have to look. I don't know if I have a review of the first one. But I still know this one, and I don't give a fuck what you did last summer. How about that? Unless you suck my dick and you did a good job, I'll phone you and come back and have a repeat. And maybe a 3-peat. Down deep in your throat. If not, fuck off. I don't give a fuck what you did last summer, winter, holiday, Christmas, or Valentine's Day. Alright? Just leave me the fuck alone. But thank you to Walker for the requests. Thank you to people for watching. If you've seen this film, let me know. If not, I don't blame you. And we'll see you guys later. Sorry for headphone users. Later.